行きましょう。まずは虫歯さんの剣対柴田さんの12。
Good enough.
は柴田さんは
コピーです。
コピーですね。
この方はいつもこのコピーです。
Where were you
あるんでしょうね。
when
確か虫歯さんがそんなにサード歴
Super Art 312 became the new meta pick?
あ、1年ぐらいやってる。なるほど。
あ、でも
なので、12対策っていうのがかなり多分そんなにできてないんじゃないかという。
I have 2 missed messages on
い
Skype.
ないしね、12は。まあでもバーザー作れば
そうなん
ですけども、
これからたくさん来てほしい。
まあ言うても火力差がこうです。一発決まれば。
あ、でも
おっと勝利。
どこで SA 使うんだろう、12の方。
まあ使いづらいよね。とりあえずこれで1ラウンド取って、ゲージが溜まったから、まあ
That's my plans with my brother.
お
Look, it's Ken.
そうだよね。
さあただ
Mushiba.
12の方が良かったような気がするんですけど。
Maybe
そ
Mushipa.
うだね。剣の方がわかるから。
多分
12のまま行った方が良かったよ。てか柴田さんが剣が
What's this other guy's name? Shibata?
あ、
This Super 312 is in a lot of... You shouldn't wait for him to land. Just DP him. Just hit him with a fucking jab DP. Jab should do more damage than hard in that instance because only the damage of the first hit is juggled, and jab does the most damage of any DP in its single hit.
これでもう柴田さんは無理する必要はない。ゲージももうほぼフルマックス。まくれるか。しかもさらに2回目の
Crouch face is a button that's really hard to contest unless you air parry it. Crouch face is like a good anti-air from Shadows, except it's very, very weak to air parries. But it's reliable besides that. I mean, this isn't bad, you know? Ken without meter isn't horrible. He's okay. Ken really shines when he's got... Like, if you were a really good Ken, and you could do the double DP combos, Ken has really high meterless damage. And super, like, you would just be even better off if you were the, you know, this kind of Ken. A next copy Ken. If Oro's the most annoying shit in the world, I fucking pity when you ever fight, like, a really good Chun-Li. I'd rather fight an Oro than a Chun-Li 10 times out of 10 with any character in this game. Chun-Li is actually the most aggravating thing. At least Oro has to, like, think. It's the most frustrating thing to lose Chun-Li doing fucking two things. They just shut down every tool you have. This is X copy 12, yes. Oh, what's his first super? No, it's usually one. It's the needle. Super 2 is okay, but it's kind of hard to land. The only setup is stand medium kick, jump cancel super. Otherwise, you've got to land in an air-to-air situation. It does good damage, though. Super 1 does pretty poor damage, but he can actually confirm into it. And I'm dead serious, it is literally his only way of actually hurting the opponent. Yeah, the needle super is the good one. That's Super 1. XNDL. Chun-Li isn't the best character in the game. Well, maybe she is. She almost definitely is. But she's definitely the most destructive character. The thing about Super 1 is that it gives you a good amount of EX, which is really nice. 12 is always grounded, or airborne for that. I don't know what Elena would do. Maybe just tag him with a towards medium kick, which is pretty good damage for a single button. Or maybe a fucking hard punch or something. Annoying. I don't get it. I mean, you want to play slow, but it's not like Chun-Li doesn't turtle. Or a turtles less than Chun-Li does. Fuck, Remy turtles more than Oro. It depends on what character you're playing. Oro doesn't usually turtle that much, but against certain characters he turtles a lot, like Hugo and Alex. Yeah, Yun is maybe better than Chun-Li, but he's a hell of a lot harder. And then there's a couple other characters who could perhaps be better than Chun-Li, but it hasn't really truly been shown, such as Oro and Akuma. Are both possibly better than Chun-Li. Yo, that's lewd. She looks naked. X-Copy 12 is too strong. Elena is actually one of the best characters to X-Copy. Dead serious. For one thing, 12 versus Lena is a shitty matchup, so as long as you're not playing it, you're a lot better off.
はい
It's probably like a comfortable 7-3 or maybe an 8-2.
さあ消えて
Ooh, look at these air dashes.
ちゃんと動かせてるよね
For another, Elena doesn't really rely on meter for anything.
さあ中盤が2回当たったけど
And she's got a pretty nice mix-up.
はい
また
Yes, 12 taunt times invisible. It's especially good because Aura's also a very good character to transform into. Nice. What a
た
drop.
だオロを使えるのはどうかっていうこの間俺コロにはめられて
Mix-ups, baby.
19年目にして
These are the most baby mix-ups. I don't know why they're all working. Alright, rare footage of a combo. He had a lot of cool stuff he could have done there, but he did a regular-ass combo. How are you dropping these? Okay.
コピー解除まで待ったという
Oro, the thing is, Oro technically has the highest burst damage of any character in the game. By far. Because Aura's burst damage is literally infinite. Well, it's not truly infinite, but you know. Oro technically needs the fewest number of connects to kill a character of any character in the game.
コピーありだと思ってんだけど
合議テールいやないでしょ
いやだって基本
Why
的
is
に
he...
ほら
What?
そんなに必要じゃない
This Oro doesn't have any combos at all. This is starting to really piss me off.
で攻撃力はあって
I could beat this
攻撃
Oro
力は
easily.
勢力5よりあるし
Playing like garbage. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
だって
Stop.
コピー合気が
He attacked so early after the parry, but even if he, like, he should have cancelled this. No, actually not cancelling the stomp was better. But he could have juggled that on a reaction.
そうそう
言いたいことはわかるけれども
そうさあ
他人殺しだな
さあ柴田さんの快進撃さあ次はサバちゃ
12がさ
んはい
Remy, huh? We were talking about this guy today. Super 2 Remy.
まあ
Pretty good against stab. 12. I guess it's probably his preferred super. Super 1 doesn't help in footsies at all.
とは言っても
And Super 2 does more damage with basically the same setups. Super 2 is unsafe and Super 1 is safe, but Super 2 has a one fewer frame of startup, which makes the combos into it easier and I think more plentiful. Like it's easier to do universal overhead into Super 2 than Super 1.
さあこれで最後どうしよう
消えた方がいいと思うんだよなそこで
サマーは
12は
DLC Cup this week. Is it really that time again?
そう
I suppose it will be, yes.
ぶっちゃけレミがガイルできる組
I
み合わ
guess
せ
I gotta learn Venom or something.
本当
Venom Iron Man.
レミーは12に対してまあ何が強いかって言ったらなんかもう頭上にさ
投げてくるなしかし今の
I have like a theory team I'm working on that I think is super good, but I'm not very good with it yet. Like not very good at all with it. But like on paper, it's actually a super good team. And it's gonna sound whack as hell.
ちょっとゲージを見てなかった
You wanna see me already playing it if you've been watching recently.
お酒飲んで
But it's Captain America Strider, or perhaps Strider Captain America. I haven't decided yet. With Power Stone.
サマーは虚しくスカル
Both those characters actually have surprisingly good synergy with each other, and they also both benefit from Power Stone a lot.
さあルグレ
いいよ
Black Widow looks jank to me. Oh my god. Remy is left at a very specific range after a, wow. After a blocked cold blue kick.
柴田さんがうまい
イタリア
You can see that throw whiff.
ここは多分
That's deliberate from the developers.
レミーのさジャンプ大キックも強いんだけど、
はい
12のジャンプ大キックの方が強いから
Strange Jedi, good team, yes. Like a super good team, to be honest.
12の方が強いと思うんだよ
なるほど
Clash for Superheroes is a shitty game. I know because I played it for my whole childhood. There's no way to open the opponent up.
でメク
It destroys the entire game. Grabs do nothing, lows, or overheads don't
動
exist.
画との殴り合いってすごいですね
Literally all damage is dealt through counter hits.
使い方わかんないのにそれ使っちゃう
And then the only other assists, you have to taunt to get an assist off. So assists are really hard to
ブル
use.
ブル君
And also, like the only characters who can really get like something going
はい
are characters with absolutely insane block pressure like Wolverine, who basically play like Darkstalkers characters. And then like Strider with his Ouroboros can maybe get an occasionally opening. He mostly just wins through chip. It's not that fun when you're trying to play it competitively, I feel. I've seen a lot of competitive MVC1 and it just doesn't work at all. And then who else? Oh, Red Venom can kill off of a single throw. Red Venom has a bunch of infinites. That flash kick, different timings based on which character you're fighting. Some characters, I think on everyone you can do like a one-frame walk forward into a flash kick, but as you can imagine, that's like nightmarishly hard. Gambit is like a high tier in MVC1, I think, but the tier gap is actually not too big because the roster is small and because everyone has like really stupid stuff. Or rather, no one has really stupid stuff would be more accurate. That dash was cool. Kusa Cups are a really cool idea, but I feel like it's so hard to actually get people to download X Game. But Kusa Cups are like the coolest idea ever. I feel like I fucking almost did them. I can see Red Venom being kind of bad, if only because he takes a shit ton of chip. But that's not like MVC2. Red Venom was like unquestionably #1 for the last time I looked, and that was like, you know, after MVC1 already died. So I don't know when you looked. I didn't know people still played shit. I'm not that surprised. I guess they probably play because of Fightcade, right? Because it's on Fightcade, isn't it? That's probably like the community. It probably is still developing. That was really good anti-Q. Alex did a lot of parryable stuff, but even if it was parried, it would have been it wouldn't have been that bad. Nice. That was a true punish. By waiting to parry something rather than just using it as an anti-air, he guarantees that Alex can't parry. You must have to actually understand what you're doing in order to play a 3-character team in Skullgirls. The only times I've ever played Skullgirls, I have played Monophilia. Q's best super is Super 1 or Super 2 depending on the matchup. He doesn't have a just consistent best super. I usually see Q's pick Super 1 in this matchup. But like, you can make 2 work in any matchup and you can make 1 work in any matchup. Sometimes 2 is better, sometimes 1 is better. That confirms. You can do a dash punch and then always buffer super. And then only super on hit. It's reactable. Dash punch is safe, but if it's parried, it's unsafe naturally. Even if you like straight up give the people the ROMs, I've had like BAF cups where it was like a meme game. I feel like it's happened twice. Well, I guess one of them was Peter Cup, and like no one wanted to download the ROMs. After Super 2, you get a choice between either getting 2 taunts off, which is guaranteed, or getting a juggle into, I think, 1 taunt. Early game, it can be really good to get 2 taunts off. Nice. Good reaction. He was in a weird screen position. He couldn't do that heavy dash punch, I don't think. And he was too far away to just juggle with a normal. Who is this Robo? I've never even heard of this character. The last character I remember being added was Fukua. So who's been added since then? I don't know Skullgirls characters. It's been too long since I've opened the game. Ooh, Alex Dizzy is pretty high. I can't believe he didn't spend the Super 1. I guess I can. Robo Fortune. Is there a non-Robo Fortune? Oh, is it Misfortune? Right, it's the cat, right? Yeah. So that's like a shout out to a bunch of characters. That's probably a shout out to RoboKai. That's probably a shout out to about half the cast of fucking what do you call that game? Melty Blood.
あなた T シャツに Q の絵柄描いてるじゃんよ。
That's a nice little reference right there.
なんだそれ。
That's a nice character to have.
すごい
はい。
うまいっていうか、
はい。
腹部で攻めてくるタイプなんで、シママとしては多分暗黒の方が切り返しやすいんですけど。
なるほど。
Is RoboKai anything like Kai? I don't think I've ever seen gameplay of RoboKai. I just know he's a character.
なんでこの時点で突進をちょっと
This matchup is shitty. Remy actually does really, really well against Q. I've talked about this matchup before. The thing is, Remy absolutely cannot prevent taunts, but he wins anyway. But he cannot prevent taunts. Q can just blood taunt. He can just eat the fireballs and fucking... if Remy tries to go in and prevent him from taunting, he takes a bigger risk than if he just lets Q get the taunts. It's better to just let Q taunt and just hit him with fucking fireballs and never go in. I don't know anything about pre-Exerd Guilty Gear. I know that Accent Core and fucking something Reload are supposed to be really good games. Or maybe it's just Accent Core Reload and it's one game. The people still play old Guilty Gear, or did it just die when Exerd came out? Probably people still play it, right? I don't know how redundant Exerd made the series. Not all fighting games stay alive. NetherRealm games die as soon as a new one comes out. Tekken games die as soon as a new one comes out, I think. Nice. Super 1 is good here because it lets you go through fireballs. Basically, the main differences are Super 1 has a lot better range and gives you a lot more EX, and Super 2 does a lot more damage, and works in juggles or as an ATR.
さあファイナルラウンド開幕ぶっこんできた
Makoto is definitely top 5. What was this top 5? Chun, Yen, Ken, Urian, Dudley. Yeah, swap Urian for Makoto and you get the traditional top 5. Urian's probably like 7 or 8. It's probably like Akuma after that top 5, and then probably Urian. Or Yang. Yang might be in there somewhere. And then Ryu might low-key be up there too, to be honest. Ryu's like... And then Oro also might low-key be up there. Ryu is like somewhat slept on. Well, he's not because there's a shit ton of Ryu players. But people like to put Ryu as mid-tier. But like functionally, he kind of does pretty well. Ryu has like a good success rate. But people just like throwing into mid. But really, he's like high. He does like as well as Yang does. That's a nice jump. He could have come in with a full jumping combo. Remy has a lot of cancelable normals, unlike most of the characters in this game, but he doesn't have a whole lot of opportunities to cancel. His only move that gives him inherent charge time is the Crouch Fierce, which you just juggle straight to flash kick. You don't do any like cancel after that. You can cancel a super. Super's a non-charge move. There are no charge supers in this game that I can think of. Yeah, I haven't seen a Remy go for a full jumping combo in a long fucking time. Like, technically speaking, you can do like jump roundhouse, crouch jab, flash kick. But I haven't even seen that in forever. I don't think I've seen a Remy complete a combo in a long time other than like, you know, either like low strong into light sonic boom, light kick sonic boom. What? Was that an accident? That was a taunt. Remy's taunt is like impossible to get off in a match. This is a good matchup for Remy too, believe it or not. Alex is like a better character than Remy, probably. I don't know. These two characters have never really had a strong showing in tournaments. But Remy has a good advantage on anyone who can't navigate his fireballs well. I don't actually know what Remy's taunt does. I only know the effects of the useful taunts. And some of the useless ones.
さ声聞いた途端に出した森技ね。
I remember playing a long set against someone, and no matter what I did, I could never ever get them to hit a button. Like, as I played them longer and longer, rather, like they slowly closed up more and more. And then it became apparent that every time I threw, it would just always work, and they never ever hit a button. They just always blocked and never did anything else. They would just let me go for frame trap after frame trap. And it was like, I would open them up occasionally. I would get most of my damage through throws by the end of it. And I remember distinctly one time, like near the end of the set, I jumped in, I made him block a jump hard kick, and as soon as I landed, I just held down Aura's taunt. I just fell asleep. And I just waited and watched to see how long it would be before he hit a button. And it was like it wasn't like 4, but it was like 2 full seconds of him just sitting there holding down back, and then he just fucking jabbed me. I'll never forget that. That was a well-spaced universe overhead. He could have linked super there. He didn't see it in time. Very hard to react to that.
はい出すっていう。はい。
入っちゃうんですけど、ちょっとそれだといざって時に反則が出せないと。
おーただやりたいだけ。
Remy doesn't usually have charge
さあちゃんとゲー
in a situation where he has to combo. This might kill, dude. Remy doesn't have that much health.
ギリ残る。
Ooh. Rare footage!
あゲージがなかったのか。
Yeah, that was cool. Okay, he's got to chip out. That was a wild
や
decision.
りたいだけ。
It actually wasn't that unsafe, but it was wild.
さあ
He couldn't parry and keep
今
charge,
考えるゲージが
so we had to not parry there. So Alex could have hit like Stand Strong or something like that. I would have thrown a meaty Sonic Boom, and then immediately done another EX1. I would just put him in the gauntlet. I don't know why he approached. I would have run away.
五分。なるほど。
Remy's really good here too. This is a matchup that Remy actually wins, believe it or not. This is like 6-4 Remy's favor,
はい。
despite the fact that Urien is a much better character than Remy.
なるほど。
This is like one of Urien's only bad matchups, if I recall. It's like this plus Chun-Li plus Akuma. Then he's just got a whole bunch of 5-5s against almost everyone. And a few 6-4s against some lower tier characters. I wish Remy's would never fucking cold blue kick in neutral. That was a close fierce. And he dashed in and tried to do another one, almost like it works. In what universe can you ever get off 4 taunts as Remy? Why is that a thing?
なるほど。
Remy wins by being defensive. We're seeing really bad Remy play for this matchup. He went for close roundhouse, probably because of the meter. Close roundhouse and close forward both combo to super.
白にそれは無理だった。ダメだった。
That's not a very hard parry. If you're jumping in and parrying, you can pretty easily get it. Like if you've already parried before the freeze, or even if you haven't if you're far away. That's not super difficult. It's good on him to know the number though. I didn't know the number of the second rep, but you can just mash. Or not mash, but you know, you can just hit it with consistent timing. And then when you don't parry, you're alright. And you'll be out of parry lock by the 3rd one, I think.
さあダッシュしたけど押し込まれて最後に。さあ次がアルグレタン登場。
Actually, any super Urien can touch of death Akuma. Because Urien has jumping combos off of Urien has jumping combos that don't use super that still touch of death Akuma.
そうです。いや、
But I guess you need the jump run house for the Super 3 and Super 2 versions.
アルグレタンは。
I don't know about the Super 2 version. Super 2 is actually pretty good against Akuma, but you'd still never not pick Super 3. Super 3 is weirdly bad against Akuma because teleport, and Super 2 is weirdly good against Akuma because high dizzy. But it's not enough to justify dropping 3 for 2. Because 3 is amazing and 2 is bad. 2 is not bad, but 3 is amazing. 2 would be like an okay super on other characters. But Urien Super 1 is really good and his super... Wow, Alex! Alex beats you up. Alex damage and Alex dizzy are really high. It's a very real thing to be just in and like eat a couple errant hits from Alex and then just all of a sudden you're dizzy. That's like a super common thing. Dizzy goes down real slow in this game. Alex can dizzy you quite comfortably in like 5 hits. with good attacks, not just like 5 stand roundhouses or something. I think it only takes like 4 stand roundhouses to dizzy most characters. Nice. Grab was a punish against any mirror. I think even EX mirror gets beaten by grab. Parry into immediate grab. Grab is fast, it's 3 frames. Urashima. Behind island, I think. Some kind of tucked away island. Probably, I guess. Which is where the family probably came from, I guess. It's the last name. Aragure might be a fucking last name too, I have no idea. Never heard that one. Done other characters. That was nice, that was a good little shimmy. Shimmy's real strong in this game. Jump away roundhouse, it's an overhead on Alex, because Alex is a big boy. Ooh. What do you mean? Oh, you mean it's Street Fighter 5? That's a good question. For a second I thought he actually whiff punished that. Super, this is a 2-frame super, which means you can jump out after the freeze because it's a grab. So it's kind of a bad super, but one thing it does is it has really fucking high damage, and another thing it does is it punishes stuff really well. It'll be fun. I can't wait to watch it live. I've actually watched Daigo play Third Strike somewhat recently. He went to the 37 Reloaded, and I was there. And I fought him actually, but I was playing on a broken controller, and to be 100% honest, I lost. I couldn't do anything. It was frustrating because I was probably better than him. He was like ridiculously out of practice. He honestly wasn't that good. Like I got the feeling playing him that he hadn't played Third Strike in a long fucking time. Like not at all since like 2009. I was there with Duralath, and Duralath beat him. And Duralath was like, yeah, I beat Daigo. And fucking I got so mad because I'd love to be able to say, yeah, I beat Daigo in Third Strike. But I didn't, I lost. Because I was playing on a shitty ass broken controller. Fuck my life, dude. It's alright, I'll just tell everyone I won. I could beat Duralath like 10 times out of 10, to be honest. That's what's so frustrating about it. I should have beaten Daigo. I beat a bunch of other really cool people there. That's the tournament I went to where I beat Hungby. Hungby is like probably the most famous Third Strike Aura player in America, and I played him in. I told him first to 3, and I beat him 3 games in a row. He like didn't want to play, and I told him first to 3, and then I beat him 3 games in a row in the mirror, and then he was like, "Yo, keep going." And then we played, I think 15 games, and I went 12-3. I think I won like almost all of them. Fucking best aura in America. Fuck off. I'm the best aura in America. Nice. Every time I try and pop off in Third Strike, there's always something nasty that happens. That one I didn't get the footage. I like tried to save the footage. I didn't think to save the replays until after the fact. It's gonna hit. And then I'd already turned off my PS3, and if you didn't save them by the time you turn off your PS3, it's too late. They're just gone. And that time I fought Gutex and smashed him. Oh damn, I can't even talk about that.
いやだからお前分かっててこの順番にしたんじゃないの？
Pretty much every time I fought Jinrai, who I presume you're talking about, I've gone positive against him. I do have to save the footage of me popping off on Gutex.
さあゲ
It's out there. It's actually uploaded to YouTube. It's just private. Secret footage. I should like arrange a thing in my will that it'll be released on the event of my death, so that people can remember me poorly. Yeah, I can talk about Juicebox. I turned Juicebox off of this game twice. Oh, Hero was better than me. Hero was genuinely better than me. He's probably not even the only one better than me, because I played another Oro named Red Venom, who now has abandoned Oro in favor of, I think, Ken, on GGPO. And he was probably better than me. It's hard to say. I played him in the mirror a lot, and I think he went positive both times I've ever played him. But most of the time I've ever played him, he didn't pick Oro, he picked like Ken. And he usually goes positive against me with Ken. He's one of the best players on all GGPO. Well, he was, when GGPO was a thing. He was like top 3, I feel, of all the players I ever played. Not top 3, maybe. Who are the really scary ones? Denges is pretty scary. He was one of the better players I ever played. There was a guy named, what was his name? There was like a really good Ken player, but I don't remember his name. But I used to play him a lot on Fightcade way back in the day. Exodus is one of the best players I've ever played. He's on GGPO. Let me think. Veilside, the Ibuki player. Tenren, also known as. He's one of the best. He's one of the best players on Fightcade. People hella badmouth him, but like he's good. People are like, oh, just fucking brainless autopilot Ibuki, doesn't even need to think. And he definitely autopilots, but like, you know, his autopilot is strong as fuck, so who cares? If you can make him think, then he'll think. Cruz is one of the best players on GGPO. I don't know if he played on Fightcade, probably. GGPO is just done, I think. I think it literally just went down and stayed down. I think it's all Fightcade because of that. What's his name? AC Slayer. AC Slayer is one of the best Fightcade players. He got far strong on accent. My like tentative little tier list would probably put AC Slayer on top, actually. I think last time I played AC Slayer I went positive, but he didn't play on the whole thing. He played Ken a lot. But I did go positive, which was cool. Probably the best 3 players that I can think of are probably like Exodus, AC Slayer, and Cruz, but I don't actually know. Like, what's his face? Tenren might be better than one or all of them. I don't know how good Tenren is. It's hard to say. But all those players are better than me. There aren't that many people. I've played a lot of fucking people on Fightcade. I would go ahead and guess that it's probably close to the thousands by now. And there's probably a list of less than 10 that are better than me. But that's a bunch of them right there. He actually double parried. Cruz still plays to the best I can tell, and he still plays Urian to the best that I can tell. Top 5 Auras in North America. I would put me at top 2, maybe top 3, depending on whether Red Venom still plays and how good he is. Because when I used to play him, I was a lot worse than I am now. Top 2 seems a pretty comfortable bet, though. It's probably Hrove than me. I usually do pretty well against Hrove, but he usually wins this set. It's usually pretty close. But I get the feeling, like, he knows everything that I know. He can do everything I can do, and then he can do some things that I'm not very good at. So, like, just outright, I want to say that he's better than me. In terms of, you know, talent. There aren't that many things I don't do with Oro. It's mostly just obscure Super 2 stuff that I sort of never learned properly. It's not that I never learned it properly, it's just I never really had a big onus to learn it because I picked Super 3 in the matchups where they're useful. He, like, picks Super 2 in every matchup for the best that I can tell. Which is like the new Oro. It's like the advanced Oro. This does a butt ton. This does 75% to Ibuki's health. Ibuki just loses if Oro lands this combo one time.
本当手に職を持ってるから、
はい、さあ
食いっぱぐれがないから、これから高齢化社会の
高齢社会
サード勢高齢化が進んでますね、そういえば。
When I play Tenren in this matchup, he mashes crouch medium kick and slide, and I can't do anything about it. The thing is, the slide and the crouch medium kick can just happen at any time.
こうすると強くなるのか。
And if I'm mashing down parry, I'm opening myself up to so much.
はい、
So it's mathematically bad for me to fish for the low parry. And I usually, no matter how much, if I do it a lot or if I do it a little, it doesn't pay off. So he could just attack very, very safely, and I can do almost nothing to stop it.
やっぱなんか
まあそうですね。
強くなるらしいんで、
はい。
ゴロネコさんっていう
なるほど。
It's real hard. This Oro is looking out for the lows. He's playing it really well, actually.
はい。
Spooky's playing not too dissimilar.
確かに。
子供とかできた
Top 1 Dio in Canada, no.
意外とね、小持ちプレイヤー強いですよね。
That was a nice little cross under, but I had a feeling it wouldn't work.
まあでもちょっと
Nice. There was like no risk to that.
はい。いやもうこれはもう松下君のあれですか。松下君なりのお祝いですから。
そうですね、
はい。これはもうライスシャワーですからね。
今見ました、
はい
前ダッシュしてバックダッシュして、
はい。
Dio's like high tier, right? Or was he like top? I know Pet Shop is like number 1, and I think Iggy's supposed to be good or 2, right? Or is Iggy worse? I don't know that much about tiers in that game. Or I can jump here, yeah.
わあ飛び越え
He did
た。
it.
てかオロの石長いよね、相変わらず。
The walk-in low parry was
の方
nice.
ね
Didn't work, but you know.
こうずっ込んでいく。こっから
I think Dio and Jotaro were like by a high tier, right? And then what's her face? The fucking electric lady.
さあゲージ的にはまだ
Maria
わ
or
かんない
something?
ぞ。
I don't remember her name. I think she's supposed to be like bottom 1.
お空中ぐらいだから
空中くらいだから
安い。
そう安い。
おブロ誘っブロッキング誘ったね。
さあリープ。
あどうだし
Why do you have 2 Polar Fs and 3 Kakuins? But you only have 1 Jotaro?
ルーちゃん
I feel like you should have a Jotaro pre-time stop and a
さあ
Jotaro post-time
ルーちゃん
stop.
ルーちゃん
さあ亀井さん結婚して
はい。
幸せそうなんですよ。
They did a damn good job with what they had for that game.
ツイッターでちょっと写真
あ
They like made a character out of almost everyone.
はい
ザビが上げてたやつでしょ。
そうそうそう
なんかふざけた寝ぼけたような写真でしょ。なんか幸せで古着着たようななんか情けなさそうな顔してるやつでしょ。
いやいやいやもう幸せそうでもうもういや
I thought Gold Light him was like bottom 1.
羨ましいよちょっとあんだけ幸せそうだと
I thought both the big characters were kind of bad.
はい。ふざけんなっていう。
I saw like a Taki player beat up what's the fucking PTX 90 or whatever his name is, the one that isn't Gold Light hand. I saw a Taki player against him, and the Taki player like made the matchup look extremely miserable.
立ってますね
はい。しっかりガードしてますね。さあタックルが引っかかった。バリバリに。さあ勝ち上げまで。で次のゲージがある。さあいい手前割り。
まあ一番取られてるのか
はい次が特化先生お願いします。上等になってきましたよ。
Yeah, I heard that. It's Tosca Sensei. Hell yeah. This is a classic. These two have been playing for years and years and years.
すごい勝ち上げの差し返しがダート2の。
It literally looked unwinnable from the way. Is it Taki? Is that her name? The girl with the big gun.
しゃがみぐらい
It looked utterly miserable.
立ち上げだから
さあタックル。さあ
Nice combo.
フルマットにヘッドまで入って
That's
る。
max damage. Let's actually rewind and watch that again because I want everyone to be aware of just fucking the kind of character Urian is. Alright, let's go a little bit further back. Urian gets an anti-air parry near a corner. Look at Dudley's health. Observe Dudley's health. The health bar is a little bit above the U.
立ち上げだから
Anti-air parry, tackle, that's 1. EX tackle, 2, 3, 4, 5, headbutt 6. Look at Dudley's health now.
タックルにヘッドまで入ってる。
That's the kind of character Urian is. That's technically, an anti-air tackle is his highest damage struggle starter. And also he had some very good charging there. tackle into EX tackle is a bit precise. Parry into tackle is a bit hard. It's not hard. It's just you have to do like forward kick immediately. And then that lets you charge the EX tackle without too much difficulty because the tackle is like saved up. Because when you do a parry into stuff, it like saves up your input. So it saves up that you did a tackle, even though you'll have loose charge by the time you're actually supposed to get the tackle out. It'll still do one. Anyway, Crutch Fierce normally has a JP of 2, but a tackle anti-air has a JP of 1, so you get 1 extra hit than you would normally get, which of course adds a lot of damage. So regular tackle into EX tackle is not too precise to charge, but it is a little bit precise. And then EX tackle gives you charge for the next one, and then it's just tackle headbutt, which is very precise to time, but you know, good Urian players can do it.
大将対副将の対決。タックルを中キックで潰しましたよ。おっとゲージがいい感じに溜まってるね、小田が。はい。やっぱ溜めることからスタートなんだね。はい。この勝負。まあそうですね。 あとはまあこの距離ですね。まあそうだね。はい。孫と相手にダッシュで、まあもう、届く距離にいたら死ぬもんね。誰が近づくかみたいな感じですよね。そうです。はい。
That's blocking, I guess. That's a very safe way to block against anything she does. Like you can block and then high parry that, and it's a blue parry, so it's not very hard at all. That will open you up to Chesto, which has a different parry timing. So blocking low and then high is much safer. Makoto doesn't have a way of hitting you low with any of her special moves, so as soon as she does a normal, cancelling the high block is like not bad, because it also, you know, dodges the X chops and stuff like that. Best way to win. She can't dizzy from a raw Super 2. Unlike anyone, I don't think. Maybe like on Akuma or something. Destroy Dick December. What is that? You just beat off as much as possible? Or do you like not masturbate for another month? Because both of those would destroy your dick. Must that play? You might get a third one. Oh, parried out successfully. It's actually pretty easy to parry out of that setup. Scary. Oh, not a punish. I don't know what Urian's punish is there after a Chesto. You mean 2 on the second? That sounds awful. There's 31 days in December, dude. I don't want to fucking meet the guy who can jack off 31 times in one day. Especially when he fucking jerked off 30 times the previous day. I guess you build up to it, so maybe you'll get better at it. Are we talking actual nuts, or are we talking fucking just orgasms? Because I tell you, I'm shooting blanks after like 3. Oh fuck. Derpy would say that. You see the part where Urian's stand hard kick literally fully dodged Ryu's overhead? I'm thinking about dieting for all of December. Diet December. I gained 5 pounds from when I lost all that weight. And I'm still like below what I used to be. Like way below. But I don't like that I gained 5 pounds, so I'm thinking about losing that 5 pounds and maybe 10 more. My goal was 170. And right now I'm 185. I would be so happy if I could hit 170. I already want to lose the 5, but if I could lose 15, that would be so cool. Neat. Good Denjin. Throw a fireball at the same time as the opponent, and then the Denjin punishes their fireball. It's like a very unseen setup, but it works. playing this perfect. Yep. Then. He hits a super jump to get the crouch fierce, and super jump potentially gave Yuri a escape. That sounds about accurate, actually. Necro covers a lot of fucking ground in his forward dash, and it's got about the same duration as other forward dashes. I think the shortest duration forward dash in the game might actually be Ryu's. Ryu dashes forward really fucking quickly. It's only like it's like a 13 frame dash or something like that. 14 frame dash. It's a very quick dash. For comparison, that's faster. That's like generously faster than Makoto in Street Fighter 4. What's this AVGN? Who is that? Who is the AVGN? He did a video on Sonic 06. That's worth watching. Makoto's... No, that makes sense. I thought Makoto's was just like, you know, it covered a lot of ground. But if it's also the shortest duration, that's still not surprising. Marvel. Well, there's a Marvel right here. That's not the Marvel I want to see, though. Best of Mame Spider, MVCI, Spider-Man, Virgil, Doctor Doom. I actually love me some Mame Spider. Who's a good MVCI Spider-Man? No, I don't care. I want to see some MVCI Strider. I want a Strider obsession. No, I don't. I want to see Cap. I want to see the Captain. Show me the Captain America. Yo, this guy's got double cap. Who is this guy? I don't watch fucking Next Level Battle Circuit anymore. I want to, but I'm never free. Well, I'm always free, but I'm always burned out. What is this? Show me the Cap.
Do a good amount of damage on this. I want to see what combo he's got. Okay.
Yeah, on this back, that's just farther than Yang's. I didn't know that. So what was this playing with that Power Stone? Well, I missed it. I missed the Power Stone combo.
Another trick shield, another pickup.
Oh, this is Nick Jones. I've seen him. What am I talking about?
I want to see what combo he's got. Okay. Ah, I see.
Wacky.
All right. Can this kill? Let's see. He does get a confirm.
You get a sweep there. I thought you had to juggle out of it.
He does go into level 3.
This will not kill. I don't know. It's max scaling, but level 3s have a high, like, unscaled hit. And that... Okay, that didn't even do that much.
That did nothing. Where was the rest of the damage on that?
Dude, scaling must have been too
The
heavy.
scaling was brutal there. Nice finish, though.
Actually pulls him in.
Now he can finally...
Dante Ultron, the best team in the game. I would tentatively say it's top... It's like, with what we know now, it's like top 3. It's one of the easiest teams. Like, Dormammu is really hard.
And Captain Marvel will keep the combo going? No. Steve.
Like, both of those characters are not too bad at all to play. Dante Dorm is like 2 better characters. But I feel like Dante... I don't like Dante Space, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel like Dante and Space are like redundant in a weird way.
It's very, very even right now. Nice.
You don't need to run Space with Dormammu, I guess.
I don't get why people... Here's the thing about Cap, right? Once you know that the HP shield slash hits that angle, people keep trying to possess that space. I don't get it. It doesn't work.
Well, I think it's not a lot of characters in this game now that make you have to block right there and without like reality.
Cap looks so fun to
Yeah,
play.
the same thing happened. He tried to go for an airplane. He ate the HP shield slash.
Because he's trying to get away. He's
You
afraid
can't do
now.
that on Cap.
Pretty easy
so it doesn't
combo.
work.
Yeah. The trick shield thing has him afraid, so he's jumping back trying to get a block hopeful, but not realizing that Cap is recovering faster than him, so he's getting
trick
whip
shields
punished.
got again.
Oh, and dude, Punk loses.
Hit them first.
Yeah, that's the best strategy. Alright, good damage already. Tagged into Cap down there.
Cap is, I would say Cap is a bit slept on. I don't know what people usually say about him, so I don't want to say he's way slept on. But it seems to be the general consensus that Cap is pretty solid.
Oh, that airplay has a ton of hits on it.
Once
So
he
much
charges it
durability.
up, nice one into the Power Stone. I really like how he's using that. Full shield slash loop to the corner.
Yep, late.
He still has no TG left. Didn't use it. I wonder why he doesn't choose it.
Did he have it? I thought he didn't, but Spooky sounded pretty certain.
Oh, that
I thought that was a
airplay
Power
has
Stone
ton of hits
knockdown.
on it.
Once
So
he
much
charges it
durability.
up,
Yeah, it
nice
was.
one into
No
the
ATG
Power
here.
Stone. I really like
It's
how
already
he's
gone.
using that.
He could have had the OTG there if he didn't let Dante land. Oh, he hella didn't have it. He had a ground bounce too. There's no OTG. Shut the fuck up.
Didn't use it.
Fucking spooky. He didn't even look.
That's interesting.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to set up there.
Yeah, he's done that a few times. Just to set
I
up
literally
there.
haven't seen anyone discuss Iron Man at all.
Alright, spend this level 3 on the Storm. A lot of damage. Oh, yeah, the
Iron Man is like the
Power
literal secret character of this
Stone.
game.
Got 'em both.
Nova to a slightly smaller
Actually
degree.
killed Dante here.
There's probably fewer Nova players than Iron Man players, but people discuss Nova a little bit more
This
from
is
my
it.
experience.
Gonna down to just 0.
Does have a reality storm.
That trick
Didn't
shield
use
was
it.
coming back.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, the empty teleport low, and just spends the Storm to get that level 3. So both of Nick Jones' characters have about as much health as the 1-0 does. Armored up. Yeah, she does not care about any of those things
Nope,
in the air.
he's got to do a heavy attack. That's the only way. Nick Jones looking great here. Stone up just for the level 3.
Yeah, this man is dead. Oh, did you see the hits on
Yeah,
that?
it looks really cool when you're in Power Stone, right?
Yeah, they're just getting chunked up.
2 level 1s in Power Stone might have actually been stronger than a level 3 that canceled Power Stone.
Eat it. She's good at
I've seen a little bit of 0 times Storm. Doesn't he just mash like towards Fierce or something like that?
Available too.
That time he did use his OTG.
Oh, in the
Nice.
setup, yeah. So even if you forward roll, there's a plan.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of instances of perceived strength affecting
Power
usage
Stone
in this
again, he's
game.
got the counter, yep, immediate, and he didn't want to see the rest.
That being
of
said,
that.
Dante actually
He
is
wasn't
stupid.
interested.
Nice roll.
But there's a lot of
back.
slept
He
on
was not ready
characters.
for that. Roll into the tag.
It's still very early in this game's life, and I know for a fact. You know, you can just look and see when it's like this character has so-and-so tech,
Not enough to kill. Going for chip here. Yeah, and even
but
if
like
Titan
you've never
0,
seen anyone
right,
do it
Dante
yet,
would've died anyway.
you know? But then again, like no one pulled out Felicia for like all of the lifespan of MVC3, so.
So just the solo 0 now. Cap's got a decent amount of life. Oh, the
big
power stone.
one.
He gets the
Still
combo.
Oh, he carded the sweep on
He
accident.
canceled too early.
Exactly. He canceled the normal before he had that chance to get it, but the pickup anyway.
Confirmed. This is looking great. Great for Nick Jones.
Shield Slash and Trick Shield both work in that context. Shield Slash might be better to tag out of, because Shield Slash still has another hit after the tag, but Trick Shield doesn't. Unless it's heavy Trick Shield, which doesn't hit on the way in, which lets them,
Needs more.
or it doesn't cover your character coming in.
Got him actually. Yeah, he's trying to get all this chip. He
Nice
goes through.
reflect. Wow. Reflect into the hyper and nice confirming. That is it. Normal.
Once again, another teleport. Block all of this.
Yeah, Spencer, I feel like Spencer has shitty synergy. I feel like the right character needs to be alongside Spencer. I could be completely wrong. Spencer adds a lot to the team because he can pick up any combo the opponent, your other character does. Like, no matter what bounces you haven't used, Spencer can pick it up. You know what I mean?
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Spencer has, like, good combos even with no bounces left.
The 18 wheeler.
And then he also has really good combos with, either bounce.
And Rocker, the universe is inside her. Let's go.
But Spencer himself, like, a lot of characters have trouble picking up,
Mix up.
Half Creed. Uh-oh.
Level 3? No.
Spencer's
Tags out
combos.
safely.
Back to Ouroboros. I like that.
You need the right teammate for him.
Captain Marvel blocking all of this. Another switch.
Twisted overhead
Oh,
again.
wow.
He's so good with the jump down HP. Tag out.
Sick corner loops, no? Does
He just
Captain
down
America,
back.
does Captain America's shield counter catch supers?
It catches anything. It doesn't care what your move is. The ground shield will catch all grounded moves no matter what they are. The air shield will catch
I like
all
the
air
I like
moves no matter
the
what they
Strider
are. Both
Cap
counter,
team
both counter projectiles no matter
because
what.
Cap
Oh,
can
wow.
throw a
And
shield,
then
either a trick shield or a regular shield, and tag, and then Strider can teleport to either side.
No more revival
There's some
for you,
shenanigans
sir.
with that, and it's actually really good. You can get some just frame.
Yeah, Cap wins. And then
What do you call that?
after.
You can get some frame perfect one side or the other setups.
He's building a soul. If he can somehow get it,
Oh, he might be down. Another switch.
You can't kill here. No way.
Oh, yeah,
He is
there
gonna
it is.
get it.
Character back alive. He has a
Strider
chance.
has nothing. Fatal Rise didn't combo correctly. Oh, she's out of there. But Strider's still alive, so we still have a chance.
There's like other setups I saw.
The back.
That is so hard to catch. No
Oh,
matter
yeah.
It's
how
actually a
good
super
you
cool
are.
team, I promise.
Back
Wait, do
into
I
the
block?
corner.
Use the easy hyper just to get away?
Oh, a
I
teleport.
really feel like it might be
Oh, I
busted.
like the switch
Like,
into
real good.
Captain Marvel in the butt.
Wow.
Or real good at least considering that it has like no, I don't know. I don't think Cap and Strider are usually considered to be super strong characters, and I don't think Power's usually considered to be a super strong stone.
Stars and stripes. We get a combo
But
for
that
this one.
pair and that
Let's go.
stone I feel like is really, really solid. Trick Shield is actually one of the best special moves in the whole game. Dead serious.
Go for that ender again that
Nuts.
he likes.
That hurts a lot.
This is going to be another cross-under mix-up. He's got to be ready for it. Yep, he was. Wow, that was cool.
And that's the second option he has out that mix-up.
Yeah,
Last
so
time
if
we
you stay
saw
in the
him
corner, stay in the corner, he's got cross-ups for days. Level 3. Oh, he ate it. Thankfully, it was Captain Marvel that ate it. She's not going to take that much for this. Cap eating that would have been fatal. Power Stone.
I don't know.
Care about your
I hear people saying it's not getting that many players right now.
It's so good.
But I find people easily enough from my Discord, so
Trick Shield coming.
whatever.
Got her low. He can combo to level 3. We'll see if he opts for it. No.
I think he had a combo there.
Oh, God. He's going to hit her in the throat with
But
the
I'm
edge
not
of
sure.
the shield.
This is a true love we're making. Alright, YouTube is recommending me an LBC 93 MVCI Part 3. I watched Part 2 today. Time to watch Part 3. Fuck, it's 1:30 a.m. I'm not that sleepy. I could sleep now if I really tried. Good enough. But I wake up before too long. I wake up in like 7 hours. 7 and some.
Gonna watch the show for a little bit. Yep.
What a bust.
Building up that space storm. Nice. It's good damage right here. Yep.
Oh, I'll wake up early tomorrow to go fucking work
Nice.
for
Look at
8
the amount
hours.
of meter he built up. Set play.
If he gets hit by this now.
I get 8 hours of sleep. I wake up at 9:30. If I go to bed right now, 8 hours is like the smallest amount that I can call a good, healthy, comfortable
Oh,
amount.
that's a guarantee.
To be honest with you, when he launched there, I would have did like.
My entire goal tomorrow is to get someone to pick up my Sunday shift and my Tuesday shift after that. Like that's all I want.
Alright, what's gonna happen here?
If he is a box, he needs to.
I would love for fucking. I would love to be off. I would love to not go to work this Sunday and this Tuesday.
You can.
I almost am guaranteed there's like a guy there who's completely willing to take up my Tuesday, I think. He like offered to do it today and left before I could finalize it.
Good knowledge to know, man. Definitely good knowledge.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay, he needs to convert.
The Sunday shift is going to be a lot harder to get rid of.
He doesn't have tag counter. Yeah, super into super. Why?
And he didn't even tag in Jeddah.
Oh my god.
But literally almost the whole department is going to be in tomorrow because weekend.
At least No Life is looking better.
And the kids will be doing the kid corner too,
Better neutral.
I think.
Just the
On the first Saturday of every month we have a kid corner where
that opened up.
there's a bunch of fucking people bring their kids
Save himself when he did that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
and they work on a little project together like building a birdhouse or painting a fucking truck or some bullshit like that. It's cool. It's cute. I like kids, I guess. I don't like them that much.
oh, he said the headphones has no sound.
I like them from afar. I would like my own kid, I think.
I don't know.
If I had a kid.
No Life just didn't say this as the game was playing.
I usually smile when I see kids doing precocious shit, and I usually smile when I see kids being annoying.
Super jump, you gotta.
It's like a kid crying or something like that.
Is that?
I'm just like, whatever.
What about button check?
Don't care.
Do you have sound during button check?
Shake it off. Shake, shake, shake it off.
No Life definitely should have called this out.
I guess I just like children in general, but I'd be damned if I had to try and have a conversation with one. I'd be like, hey, champ,
Yeah, that's
hey,
what it was,
sport,
right?
how's life? Tell me about kindergarten.
In a box to get sound.
Yeah, word.
Tell me about first grade.
It was unlockable.
Because you know what? In the Marvel games, you definitely need sound, 100%. So I'm with him on that. But why he waited?
Kids can be bratty, and I'm like too unwilling to like do anything, especially because they're not my kids.
He's putting on the
I
headphones.
remember like distinctly going to a party where someone brought like a 5-year-old kid, and she like had a ball, and she thought it was the funniest thing in the world to like take the ball and throw it as hard as she could at people. And it's like, what do I do about that? She's like a 5-year-old, but she could like throw hard enough, and it was a small enough ball that I didn't want her to throw it at me, so I would like, you know, kind of turn so that I didn't get hit in the balls. You know, I'd like put my side towards her, and she would think that was the funniest shit, and she would like ready the fucking ball, like get ready to throw it, and like watch me turn away, and she was like, oh my god. And I was just like, if I could spank you, I would.
What? Oh my god, I wish Arturo would have. Yo, what is
I would hate spanking even my own kid.
Oh, everything is off.
And if it was like spanking someone else's, I'm just helpless.
Is off.
That was a really good stone.
Alright, there we go. There we go. Nice. Very nice.
I only got stone. Okay, still worked.
Damage.
Yeah.
That's some really good damage, actually.
Yo, that was impressive damage right there.
Almost as impressive
Oh,
as his happy birthday. What?
He said, if I'm gonna get him, my
Oh,
man's
what a
gonna get
mess.
hit too.
Yo, they're having a gunfight. Yo, they met at high noon and had a gunfight.
Lollies are for loving
Let's not get
tenderly.
so we could both die together.
Oh, look at that. Lollies are for raising with your daughter.
Not qualified to give anybody advice when they're
Not for fucking, that's disgusting.
Yo, okay, now you give him some advice, please.
Yeah. Citizen Jack is now giving him the advice. He's like, listen, my man, get it together.
I definitely never said lollies are for bullying on stream before.
Yo, him putting on his hoodie and his hat is
It was never ever made into a bath
Yo,
quote.
yo, Art, that's a blow up?
That's low. Yo, what
Oh.
Come on,
Your
yo.
score right now, guys?
2-0.
2-0 Punk.
Yo, step it up, bro.
I'm sure Dante had some normal that could hit both characters there.
Oh, he's telling Lewis, relax. Yo, that's the worst thing. When you're focusing on other people, listen, my man, you're in the middle of the fight. Don't focus on the outside interference.
Yo, yeah, stop talking to people.
Yeah,
Okay,
focus,
better?
man. There we go.
What?
Lollies are a radically different thing than children. I'll have you know.
He's not a
Lollies only exist in 2D.
Stone user, is he?
I don't think so, man.
Did he use reality before?
Nah, he
Oh.
always, yeah, he was sold with,
Okay,
with their own
what he
Dante.
just did there, when he did a string, he pressed
I can't even imagine bullying a real little girl. I'd fucking probably die.
Yeah,
So
I can barely imagine
pressed
bullying
the
a lolly.
space stone button in the middle of combos.
yeah. He still has that pattern from using the previous stone.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, man.
none of the balance changes are in the game yet. It's on the 5th of December. It's in like 3 days.
I don't know what's his issue in the game. It seems like No Life has a big issue. Like he press buttons way too fast. Maybe he needs to slow it down so that way he doesn't have those drops.
Yeah,
Knowing your non-jump combos are so important when you're in the box or when you're in Reality Stone or something like that. The opponent's in Reality Stone.
Yeah.
Knowing what you can do to combo the opponent as much as possible without fucking leaving the ground.
always pressing buttons was a thing in that game. Even Marvel 2 and Marvel 3 were kind of similar in that way. This game, on the other hand, slows down quite a bit.
A bully's
Yeah,
bully.
He just needs to take his time. Like this is like no.
I got bullied by a little girl, dude.
So we know the
When she had that ball.
Yeah.
The issue
I was
is,
the one
feel
being
he's
bullied.
just trying to overdo it when it's not needed. Not in this game. It's a slower paced game. So all you need to
That was
do
a punish, but he could have gotten so much better. Doesn't matter that much. It might actually matter a lot.
He still has a
Take it back.
chance here to possibly
I don't know, he's gonna get to put Dante in the box, so it's not a huge issue.
level 3 for the guarantee. Yes.
Had to burn a level 3 to kill him, and now,
Nah,
like,
he has to
Ultron
get
is guaranteed to put him in the
Ultron,
box.
but I do believe he needs
No,
to
he
go
has
for a
the
reset.
box.
Yeah.
Okay. This is actually good for him.
He actually could have advanced
Should have wave dashed in soon.
and, like, put Ultron in the corner.
Oh, he got the hit.
Super.
What is he doing, please?
With, like, jump air dash, or something like that, I don't know. And then he could have had the box in a place where that kind of activate would have killed
Helmbreaker
Ultron.
is a ground bounce.
Or at least made his life miserable.
It still takes a ground bounce.
It's a good
Could do
use the ground.
that too. He could have triggered before the last hit.
Kill stage versus who? Match, fellas. The kill stage versus Punk. Yo, stream. Who you think is gonna take it? Is it gonna be Punk?
No.
Get it out. Up next, good play.
Good character.
Angry.
Converts fully.
Good enough.
That looks weird.
Yeah. Still in a good position though.
Damn, Derp, don't say soy boy.
Convert though.
You know what it is though? He used air dash fierce. He should use air
I'm
dash
actually a
fierce
milk
like
American, and I'm very offended by that.
If it whips like that.
Nice. Beautiful Punk, man. Wow, they're hard.
I forget if it was China or
That was
Japan,
rough stuff right there.
but there's some Asian country where there's a stereotype that white people smell milky.
And you're throwing out the pinwheel will disappear just as you saw there.
What does that even mean? I'm not even mad. Milk is good. I can live with smelling milky.
Is he gonna break the combo and activate? Doesn't activate immediately.
But he got him in the corner. He could do
Later.
jab. Oh, missed opportunity to keep doing the jabs.
Well, what he did there, he push blocked him at first when he was doing Beehive.
Yeah.
So when he activated box, he made sure he had space.
The kill stage is not in a good position, even though he managed to get the hit.
Best position ever.
Yo, he managed to get that, and that's a guaranteed kill.
It's like he was off work today and he still didn't want to play.
Ultron got 4
I just want to
bombs.
play him one damn time.
Oh, excuse me, Dante.
Yep.
He's got a new computer.
Apologize about that, but damn, why did he not activate it?
He can like finally play fighting games again. He's just lost the
I
mood
think he
too.
didn't want to activate with himself in the corner.
Even though he used to enjoy them, he's like too nervous about
Actually, when you put somebody in the box,
being out of practice.
corner, it's their box.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to relearn.
Will be playing on the street. Oh, that's a guarantee.
That's my guess anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, he burned the level 3.
Yeah, of course it was.
Still have box
Yeah.
on the next character.
Very smart.
Very smart. Didn't kill though. Unfortunate. Oh,
Go there. Level up. As you can see he's jumping every time the pinwheel because it's not guaranteed. Nice block. Got hit with the overhead.
and he was also jumping and push blocking there.
Yeah.
So to keep himself airborne, which was really smart. Unfortunately, though, got opened up when the kill stage finally went in for attack.
No reason. I fucking stay up stupidly late every night. That's not for no reason.
Beautiful.
You're taking happiness from tomorrow and having it today instead.
Try to open him up with the hands, anti-air jab. That was great.
It's like a
from
credit
Pong.
on happiness.
Allowed him to get this offense going.
Yeah.
Dropped the combo though.
Nice block on the overhead.
I'm supposed to be asleep right the fuck now.
Nice. Good
You
push
better
block.
believe I'll call you guys for no reason.
Yeah, force to tag, or else he's gonna get punished there.
I'm standing up for no reason right now.
Yeah, that was a great tag to punish that.
It was.
Nice, good way to back off. Recognizing
5 is enough for me.
First two.
The longer I live, the more I realize I don't need that much sleep.
Almost actually
I
converted.
used to like die if I had like less than 8 hours. And I used to be utterly fucking like I was helpless if I had less than like 4.
Oh, that was so smart. That's a guaranteed kill on Jetta.
It's not good to fucking miss sleep. But I can live with less than that these days. It doesn't destroy me anymore. And in general, I just sleep less. Like on my good nights, when I get a full night's sleep, it's usually like 8 hours these days. When I was a teenager, it would range from like 10 to 12. But now I can just doze the fucking night away.
You got 2 meters.
And then I'll wake up and it's like 8 hours. And I'm just fully rested.
He's gonna die with 4 bars and a full box.
Part of becoming an adult, I guess.
That sucks to see. When you
But I
have
just require less sleep now.
everything, but can't use it. One of those players, man, you cannot sleep on. Somebody in the stream was like, nah, man, the kill stage got it guaranteed. No, does he not?
Does it look guaranteed?
No, he does not. Got to remember that Punk is one of those players that he will adapt. And every week, he's analyzing his, well, I'm assuming that he's analyzing his play in Marvel.
Having no sleep
Even
is
though
like
he's way more focused on
a really shitty feeling, to be honest.
and that's a guaranteed punishment. That is not safe.
Theoretically, I know how to get your controller hooked up to literally anything.
Yeah, depending on how fast your dab is.
But no, not specifically main 32.
Force the counter switch there. Yeah, the kill stage is really getting pushed.
But you can use like X360S or like Joy to Key or something like that to get your controller to work with it, literally anything on PC.
You know what it is, though? Ultron is just able to maneuver a lot better than Jetta is.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of sleep.
Much different positions.
All right, drop the combo, but he's still in a good position. Woke up with jab. That could have been.
Really dangerous.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate.
He's still in a good position though. He's mid-screen. He's gonna lock him down with a jail cell.
That's a cool mid-combo activate right there. Maybe it would be better to reset him than to have the knockdown though.
And you saw what he did.
Like the knockdown gets you the fidget spinner, but do you really need the fidget spinner if the opponent's like in a box? Wouldn't you rather have like a meaty dash?
Oh, nice. That was beautiful from Pong. Great recognition.
The knockdown just wastes your inbox time.
Into the killer V. Weak
I feel like that could be further optimized.
Trap right here.
Yeah.
Maybe like a jab reset.
Yep. Oh,
I
dropping the
thought so
combo.
too. I thought so.
Ouch.
It looked too low.
You should have just did it earlier.
Yep.
That's both? Is that both? I can't tell. No, it's not.
He does have Storm though. Yep. Gonna activate
Ultron
that.
should have been holding
That's on
tag.
Dante. If he managed to get the kill on Dante, nice. Still got some time on his side. At least another 10 seconds.
Good push block.
Oh, that's a level 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think he's gonna kill.
I don't know the name of the move.
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah.
Very very close.
But functionally, it's a fucking fidget spinner.
Can't tag.
Don't even tell me it's not.
You should. No. It's the worst place to block somebody
Yeah.
up.
He's in a bad position.
I need to steal that with Iron Man.
What he should have did.
Jump dash down low.
And activated box as he got up.
But now he's going to have box. And, I mean, this is Jeddah, man. His mobility sucks. He's a tall character. Yep.
Actually, maybe he should have supered immediately.
Yep.
Dirty. He like missed it the first time. He's just like, oh, and then he just immediately did it again. Don't take so stupid.
He doesn't have a DP. He doesn't have a 5-frame normal.
Thank you.
But the issue is that he's such a tall character, tall and lanky, that you can open them up, especially with a cross-up. And just like that, Punk, 2-1.
Shouts to Antoine from Pizza.
Yo,
Thanks a lot, bro.
Antoine, yo.
Thanks a lot, bro.
Yes,
Damn.
indeed.
And Punk is up 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
It is 2-1. Any napkins?
No. Nice. The kill stay starting off good.
About to take this mandatory eating break.
Yeah,
Oh.
go ahead. I got it.
No. I'm good right now.
All right.
Let Furby eat.
Damn, that was a cool looking combo.
Really good, but
Was that gonna go into? Was that? I think that was 2 connects, right? Not one.
That's one of the weaknesses of Jeddah is that he cannot escape situations. He has to block a lot. His air dashes are not the fastest, including that he does not have.
Yeah, we have 2 pretty scummy teams, to be honest.
He has to go into the air whenever he dashes.
Ultron is looking pretty healthy, so he's not gonna die from this.
And we have the scummiest stone.
He's about to get bored. And he maxed
I was a
out.
bit hard on
I wouldn't use any of
saying Dante was redundant with Space Stone.
He's about to put him in the box. Now
But definitely, I feel like the threat is Ultron space, and the threat is Jeddah
this
space.
should kill.
Dante can't mix you up that well in space.
Box?
He's got like the dash through towards jabs, and he's got the overhead, but the overhead is just reactable in my experience. I almost always block Dante's overhead.
Dante killing when it is.
That was cool. That was really hard to see, to be honest.
I felt like he should have won for the level 3 for the guarantee.
Oh no.
Hey, this is not
Oh
good.
no. Level 1's maximized damage here.
Did he get it? No, he's still
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. Happy birthday.
Surprised he didn't tag until like anything else.
Oh, he's gonna make sure that he gets the hit on Jeddah.
That was fucking smart.
He's gonna live. No, I don't.
Oh my god, it's only getting smarter. Is Jeddah hit? No, Jeddah's out of there.
Yeah, because Killer B is not safe on block.
He's gonna be able to block this.
You know what he could have did though? When he did that Killer B, he could have canceled the double trigger. And
Yeah.
plus.
Blocking high. Yep.
Oh, and that finally worked for him. Yeah. But how he's gonna get put into the box? Double trigger up. Double trigger up. Yeah.
Both characters have no health. Yeah,
Getting Ultron in was amazing, because otherwise Dante was trapped and punishable. He like did the super and then immediately tagged, and then Ultron
gets hit once, it's over.
was the one trapped in the box. That like changed the entire outcome of the game, to be honest.
What? Yo, Stream, what did you say, Stream?
If Dante was trapped in the box, it would have been like he would have like nearly lost Dante.
So, what was that? What was said? That
I just changed either my characters.
cannot sleep every week. These players are
It's
getting
Jeddah
better
and
better.
Strange.
Do not sleep. I keep telling
I don't know
you
anything
guys.
about Strange's changes. I read them, but I forget.
Players at NOBC
I think he
are
was like not
hungry, man.
changed.
And the look of
Jeddah had some system mechanics change it, but nothing super significant. He can't like make the opponent block for 5 continuous seconds anymore.
Every time game,
And it's embarrassing that he ever could.
The one thing you got, Ninja like
And technically he still can, it's only 5 continuous seconds.
great player right here. Smart player. He comes from the Smash community, such as I.
I don't remember. I think Jeddah had like a real nerf, but I forget what it was. I think Strange did. I don't know. I don't remember Strange at all.
Character hurts. You have to be careful getting hit.
Yeah, he definitely impressed me when I was.
Is this a waifu fag team?
And he did that
Oh,
purposely, yep. I was gonna say,
Timestone,
because I watched him do it every
Timestone Monster Hunter is pretty cool.
Nice.
Where were you when they didn't buff Mindstone?
Ooh, big buttons. Yep. Rolled right into the super. Very close to using that time storm.
Yeah, he has a lot of good tactics in time.
Oh, very good. We seen it earlier, listen.
Yes, we did.
but he has to be able to keep Morgan alive, and he does not have a tag counter.
She should die here.
Yeah.
Volcano.
Ooh,
Yep.
Pretty nice.
From my guarantee kill on Morgan, and he's coming in with Monster Hunter alone.
Yeah, but the thing about Time Storm, it's not gonna save you from set play.
No, definitely not.
It's probably supposed to be dashing into something, but he got crouch fierce.
Nice.
Maybe dashing crouch fierce. That's still weird as hell. Maybe it's a failed special move.
Beautiful.
Dashing like other normals would be better.
Almost has a level 3. It's gonna have a level 3 at the end of this. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, this always kills. No? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you already had the ground bounce,
Yeah.
right?
Nice, beautiful throw. This should be death right here.
I think I would have activated no matter what.
Jonathan, the kind of character who gets a throw that leaves him full screen and he can still pick up combos from it. Meterless.
Now the thing is, not yet.
The spells.
Because
It's kind of nasty.
And Spooky did put it out there.
Yeah, Spooky made the video too.
Yep, and I retweeted and everything. But you know how these players are, man.
That dashing jump fierce or whatever that hit just feels like she could have done dashing crouch roundhouse.
That's what they get, though.
That is what you get.
Ooh, the mix-up, missed opportunity to convert that, though.
Morgan's dash is really good, but I hate it. But it's really good.
Nice, good block. And that DP does 1,000, 100, or 200 from what Ninja Link says, so it does a lot of damage.
I feel so awkward to do. I don't mind fighting it.
Ooh, nice. Can't convert that, though. She does not have...
What's her face? Easy Yoey has that same forward dash. Green Easy Yoey, unlocked Easy Yoey. What do they call the forms for Easy Yoey? I don't actually know the name. There's like one where the eye is closed and one where the eye is open. But I don't know their names. But Easy Yoey's got that dash.
Yeah, most definitely. Nice, gonna be able to convert that. Ninja Link getting a little too antsy, throwing out buttons at wrong times.
Did you ever spell negligible like that again? The first day is an eye.
A lot of damage. She does have 10k health though.
No, I mean the two different forms of Easy Yoey. Easy Yoey's drive swaps characters like Gen.
Nice, good throw. Gonna be able to kill off for that.
And the cool thing about throwing, even if she didn't die from that, she would
But I don't know the names of the forms.
Very smart.
Okay, see if we can get things started. Too high to work off that.
Way too high. And I felt like he should have did that before. Now he's in a bad situation where he's gonna get comboed here. Not death, but Morgan coming in.
Negligible.
Like almost a full soul storm.
Yeah. Coming into a bad situation right here. Yep. Rose Guard.
He could have just activated level 3 there. Well, I guess that's good enough too.
2-0. Ninja Link has to get it together. I feel like playing a little bit nervous. He's throwing out buttons.
How old is Tron again? I distinctly remember that one of the characters that Morgan hits on in Marvel 3 is Tron,
You're pretty confident that you're jump fierce.
who is 1 a girl and 2 underage.
I mean, what's gonna stop your jump fierce?
Yeah.
But Idom is doing a really good job putting out multi-hitting moves such as Black Hole.
Yep. Beautiful from Ninja Link. Using that charge arrow in order to get that hard knockdown, convert, and now he's getting big damage here.
Yeah.
Mix up. Yep.
Goes to that step play.
Tag counter. Yeah.
Force the tag counter.
Morgan is probably a slut.
Okay.
Yeah, the mom was still there.
No, man, he just doesn't want to live.
And see, Ninja Link not converting. He should have did super, get that guaranteed damage.
Yeah.
And now he's supposed to use that tag counter instead of getting that big damage. Then lock it down, set play.
Tron is at least partially a robot.
He has to look at all this.
Every character in the Mega Man Legends universe is.
Ooh, that armor! Just doesn't care.
Yeah, she actually got the better deal out of that.
All people are part robot.
Better deal.
All humans are cyborgs
Push block there, though.
Yeah.
in Legends.
And I want to see Ninja Link go for the big charge move where she has hyper armor, not the regular armor, but the hyper armor where she bypasses everything. Just throw it out there one time, man. See how he reacts. That's a level 3. This is gonna be death.
Just gonna
or
kill.
Very close
I think
to it.
it's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually killed.
Nice. That was smart, but he does have soul score. Oh, he's not gonna let him rock
That
out.
looks like it would be an invincible super, but I don't know. And I don't trust Morgan to have an invincible super. I guess I do. An invincible level 1 is not so rare. And that looks like one.
Yeah. Hey guys, remember this? This was in Marvel 3 for like 5 years.
Man, he's up there like he has a fight mode.
Yeah.
That'll be gone.
Oh, that's a punish. Oh, he could have got the hit. Oh, damn. Okay, he definitely
Lost Morgan instantly. I mean, Monster Hunter.
throwing way too many
If
fire
you're
hits.
not at literal full Soul Storm, your fucking off character comes in so bleeding.
Fireballs on a character that can get behind you and punish
But if you're absolutely full, you come in with a pretty decent, like, 20%. I don't know the exact amount, but it's respectable. But if you're not at full, dude, you just come in with a fuck ton of red. And not that much health in general. And it's just like, damn. The thing about killing a character is that it instantly ends the storm, which already feels awesome. And they don't get any sort of, if it's their storm before a character died, they don't get any sort of meter for losing the character. Because the character dies and then the storm ends. They don't get like a half soul immediately or anything. I've seen Mega Man Steam play, this team is jank as fuck. X0 mind.
This is crazy though. He is putting in that pressure.
Yeah, he's definitely getting in that culo.
Yeah. Yeah. This is looking rough.
Real rough. Oh, but this is a rebuttal.
Yeah.
Nice, happy birthday.
Nice.
This should be some good damage.
Yo, happy birthday. And Zero's out of there though.
Still took some of it though.
Yeah.
And you know what? He was getting rushed down, and it looks like
Mindstorm just gives you a butt ton of meter. You build meter very rapidly.
Oh, nice. Beautiful anti-air.
Oh, but if you kill a character in Soulstorm, you get one, you end their storm instantly and they don't get any meter. But if you kill the point character during Soulstorm, their other character instantly like stops and leaves the map, so it like kills their combo or whatever they're getting. Kills their pressure, kills everything.
He got that hyper armor. Yep.
He got decked.
If you kill the assist character, the other point character just keeps on keeping on.
Level 3?
Oh, okay.
Oh, he gonna bust out.
What are you doing, bro? You walking up on me?
Yeah. He definitely bust out. And he had the meter to do so.
Watch the watch the
I
meter.
love when Mega Man has this armor. because-
You get a ton of R.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. For the fate of two worlds. Oh. Power level greatly.
Oh, Lewis is out the tournament. You out the tournament?
Strider probably likes Mindstone, to be honest. Strider's real hard to do anything about when he's got the super up.
He's out the tournament.
Super doesn't last super long though.
I mean, I can see it in his face.
You see it, right? He said, I'm done. I'm not messing with these Gamoras no more, man. I'm going back to the lab.
Okay, stop yawning. I gotta sleep soon. I'm gonna watch this set and then doze.
Youth is out of the tournament, so if y'all was expecting more Captain America play,
Yo, I have a question about that. When he's like 30-something, his name's still gonna be you?
yo, let me tell you something. You know how Jay-Z goes by Ho, Young
Yeah.
Ho?
Why not use the level 3?
And he like fits
Might need the other meter for something else.
I guess that's
Oh,
what
wait,
he
which
was
level
doing,
3?
man. Right?
Thor is like a very, very strange, awkward grappler.
Young Ho.
He's got kind of better movement than the other grapplers,
Put in the work,
and his mix-up is really good too.
good damage.
But he's got some of the most jank normals and specials in the whole game, if not the most jank.
Tried to do him
Right,
dirty.
he definitely tried to do him dirty. I like that though. I like that he went for it.
Yeah, that's actually the evolution of the mix-up.
Yeah.
Because he would run in with plus 18, it will stop you from moving.
Yep.
But if he holds back a little bit, he can come in with that.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything
As you
Now-
should.
about
now
Nova
he knows
Stones.
that he's gonna use that surge. So
Yeah,
he
Thor's
may
strong.
wanna jump, and
Thor
when
does
he
lots of
that,
damage.
clip him with a crouching light kick or
Yeah.
crouching light
The
kick.
price you pay is his combos are a little hard to do, I think. I don't know if they're that hard.
In the patch, though,
And
they-
he's just very, very awkward attacks. Slow.
It'll still be there though. The invincibility will disappear one.
He's got an overhead and a low that look identical.
Run a lot of
And if you do either one and then tag, it's basically a true 50-50. You cannot fucking tell which one it's about to be. And you can't hit buttons because fucking an incoming character or whatever.
The time freeze is gonna allow you to do that.
And Mega Man does have a 10% defense boost when he has that armor on, so he'll take less damage there.
It doesn't look like it.
He does have 9,000 though.
Yeah. Oh, mix-ups.
This sword is real. This sword is real. I love it.
I know that about Nova.
Oh, so you still in? Oh, you out? Hold that.
Kill him. Oh, you
Really surprised Mega Man doesn't die here.
Got the Mind Stone.
Wow, he actually didn't die there.
What was he thinking? Like, why did he just super?
Hey, let me tell you. Oh, he can do level 3 to level 3 to level 3.
What?
And just like that.
My question is, why did he let him live and go for that combo?
I don't know, man.
You think?
It's the worst thing you could do. Let them
I
live.
felt like he should have just went straight into super.
I think I have anybody. Nice. Mega Man Steve starting off good.
To be honest with you, he's been starting off pretty good every game.
Yeah.
And it's showing. It's 2-0 right now.
Yeah. Ooh, try to go with the Mind Stone. Missed opportunity though.
I like how the Mind Stone missed.
Yeah.
And he jumped. He jumped anyways.
Oh, nice. Clipped him.
Let's sneak over to Thor. Hey, Dash.
Nice. Very nice. Good damage right here.
Yeah, really good damage. Thor hits like a grown man,
Yeah.
as he should.
Oh, did he get him? Yeah, he got Jetta. Not a lot of damage though.
Oh, he's taking
I'm not sure I feel about
man.
X.
Not that one though.
Coming at you. That counter to save Thor.
I love the use of the Space Storm to like counter to make attacks unsafe. It's like stuff you would normally tag to make safe. You just storm as they would tag.
So he went for the level 1 and used that meter, and now he doesn't have no meter. So if he gets hit, there's no tag count.
Yeah, I really don't like that combo he did. When he, burning the super in the first place for damage, instead of using the stone level 3.
Yeah. And that move does so much damage, that DP. Oh, this is guaranteed.
This stuff.
Go to sleep.
Mega seems the best.
Fate of 2 worlds.
Watch your dome piece and your feet. He got another level 3, so he can
Oh,
bust
give
out.
it to him.
Got it.
Crazy.
Oh, give it
This
to
won't
him.
even kill, I bet.
X gonna give it to you.
Oh, it actually didn't kill. I thought I was joking.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
That's an overhead, right?
Yo, I guess X really gave it.
Alright, I'm going to bed.